A U.S. media outlet has reported that Indian officials plan to continue purchasing oil from Russia, even after U.S. President Donald Trump warned of possible penalties. According to the report, two senior Indian officials have confirmed that there has been no change in government policy. One of them stated that oil companies have not received any instructions to reduce imports from Russia. This comes after Donald Trump told reporters that he had heard India would stop buying Russian oil. Previously, he had also said that India could face penalties for buying Russian oil and weapons. However, he then contradicted himself and said that he did not care what India does in its relationship with Russia. According to reports, India is currently the largest buyer of Russian oil, which accounts for about 35% of its total oil imports. Although Indian state refineries reportedly reduced Russian oil purchases in July due to smaller price discounts, there has been no official change in their policy. Now we're joined by Martin Sai-Reitz. He's a foreign affairs expert. He joins us live from Germany. Thank you, Martin, for joining us today. Good to see you. Now, given that India has not been swayed by U.S. threats, what does this tell us about the effectiveness of sanctions as a tool in modern geopolitical diplomacy?
I think the effects are not what Donald Trump expected from the tariffs. Putting in consideration that India has a long history in buying subsidized oil from Russia, and right now India is looking for its own interests, its energetic interests before its foreign relationships between its allies. And I think this is an example for that.
Yes, and Martin, now India has maintained its policy of purchasing oil. So what does this say about India's broader foreign policy priorities, especially regarding its energy security and relationship with the U.S.?
I think India is showing the world its sovereignty and its power and its own interest in making this and in decision making. I think India is putting first the interest of the nation, which is actually having the best price for oil, which is very important for its industry. And even though they want to have a great relationship with the U.S., they're not putting the U.S. first before its own interests. So I think this is an example for the world of putting your own interests first.
Yes, and Martin, now we know that India is the largest buyer of Russian oil. With this growing dependency, how do you think India will balance its energy needs with international pressures going forward?
I think right now the most important thing for India is maintaining its industry. India is a huge exporter of medicines around the world, and they want to put that first before having the best relationships with the US. We need to remember that India is one of the US allies in the southeast of Asia. Even though they want to maintain this strategic allyship, I don't think India is going to put it first before the need of this type of oil and the price of this oil, which is very cheap.
And Martin, last but not least, do you think we will see in the coming days, we will see any criticism from US or European nation towards this move by India?
Of course, India is going to get criticized by its Western allies, such as Europe and the US. However, I don't think this is going to damage or deteriorate its relationships. India is not actively involved in the Ukrainian-Russian war, and it's just logic that a country is going to purchase oil that has the best rate in the market. And due to this long history between the relationship between Russia and India in this aspect, I don't think this is going to change.
Thank you, Martin, for sharing that. Please stay with us as we come back to you for our next discussion as well. Now we move on. U.S.